Hi guys, how are you all? Hope you are doing great. Um, a very warm good morning to all of you. Good afternoon or good evening at whatever time you are seeing this video. Okay, okay. So before starting the today's agenda, um, please do subscribe to my channel. Do comment, like, and share the video if you feel something worth that I am delivering to all of you. Okay. So yeah, let's start with today's agenda. So I would be like covering today how to apply Vlookup, and let me add one more thing, how to insert any media or like any file, any PDF file, how to insert this thing in the Excel file. So in the significance I will write it will help um it will help an individual to refer the file as a reference pointer in the future. Okay, so whatever we will be adding here, that would be the sample files. And okay, so this is our agenda for today. I will be covering these two topics today. Okay, now let me show you how we can add any file to the Excel workbook. Okay, now I have added one um, tab here. This is called tabs. These are called tabs, right? This is one tab. This is second. This is third. This is fourth. I will show you like how we can see, like, in case there are like 100 tabs, we can't scroll right and see on what tab we need to move. Okay, so I will like create some random tabs and I will show you like rather moving to the right if we have like more than like 10 15 tabs. If you need to scroll, what is the alternate that you can follow in that case? Let me like just rename this, um, how to add media sample. Okay, so yeah, let me show you first that thing. Like if there are 10 tab, if there are more than 10 15 tabs, more than that, we can see here. For example, let's say for example, if you need to drag to the right to see what net tab we need to refer. Let's say this is sheet 2, this is sheet 3. I will keep adding this thing until we are doing that. Okay, so instead, for example, we have this way, if we have like 10 15 or 100 tabs, for example, and we need to see in what sheet. For example, we need to uh, open the 67 sheet and make any changes, or like we know the sheet name and we don't know the sheet number, sorry, tab number. Okay, so in that case, what we can do, uh, just a second, let me see. Okay, just a second. Okay, so here, you can click on this right arrow and then right click on the mouse on the uh, keypad, whatever thing you are using, and then you can see what sheet you are using. For example, I need to see main data file for now, so I will straight away redirected to that file once I will click that option. Okay, so this is a shortcut that we can use in this case scenario that I've just told you, in case we have like 100 tabs to refer. So for now I'm deleting all these things, all these tabs that I don't need for now. Okay, 11, delete. Okay, so yeah, let's come to today's agenda. So I will first cover this thing and then I will move to VLOOKUP part. Okay, let me see, recording is on. Yeah. So okay, so for now let me show you how to add any media to any tab. Okay, so I am just showing as an example here for now. Okay, so for now I am in the home screen. Okay, we need to go to insert, then we need to go to text, and then we need to refer to object. Okay, now you go to we need to go to create from file, and we need to go to browse. Okay, now I am just okay, let me show you once again. I think like it would be like uh just bombarding the steps to you in a single clip. So I will show you again how um I reached to the upload screen tab, upload screen button. So yeah, first of all I will go to insert, then text, drop down, and then I need to refer to object. Okay, I think it is clear now. If you have still doubts, you can like rewind the video and see what step you are missing, and then yeah, you can follow that step. So now I need to go to, I will click on create from file and I will click on browse. Now I will select any random file just to show you how to add any file. So for now I have this file for now, and I will double click on this and make sure to delete everything before the name of that file that you are uploading. My thing is I need to delete before this thing, so I think this thing for now, and make sure to click on display icon so that this thing in this format you will see your attachment. Okay, now yeah, so there are options like what icon you want. So these are icons that you can see, and then you can browse as well. Okay, so these are icons that you can refer, like you will get in this format. And then for now uh, I want this attachment to be shown in my Excel file uh, in this format. Okay, I will click OK, and yeah, so here we have this file attached. Okay, simple, right? Cool. So now we are done with this part. Let's move to how to apply VLOOKUP. So yeah, before I will jump into this topic, let me make it clear that please do please pay attention to whatever steps I will say in this video in the explanation, because this is the most frequent function that you will be using when you will be like majority this function is used in cases where something is done for analysis part on Excel. uh, this function is majorly used where uh, individuals are working in the profiles of finance analysis, or might be something in any other profile as well. Maybe like marketing guy is something, is using some, is doing some data crunching, and with the help of other stakeholders, finance department, some doing some analysis to find out something. So it can be used in a array of things. So you need to be extra vigilant while performing this function. Otherwise it will throw an error if you miss a single step as well while applying the formula. I will show you what errors can come. Okay, so yeah, let me open the data for you. So okay, so in VLOOKUP, how the data you will find in the while working in any organization. So you will be having this data, anything, any random data you will be having. For example, you have here game ID, HS, AS. These are just random numbers and names I have put, nothing specific, and these are names. Okay, so now what I want here, this is my main data that I will be having, correct? Now I want so this is my main data, and this is my some other data that I need to refer while applying the formula. Okay, now how things can be interlinked, let me explain. So VLOOKUP, what does VLOOKUP do? VLOOKUP finds the common common columns, so to say, right? For example, we have a game ID here and game ID here as well. Okay, so there should be something in common in the main data source and the sorry, in the main data and the data source from where you want to get the data. Now there should be something common, otherwise you won't be able to apply VLOOKUP. This is the first key point that you need to remember. Second would be you need to make sure that um, you have headers in the columns in which you will be adding the formulas. Okay, because you need to see if we have like game ID here, we have here four columns, right? One is game ID, one is HS, one is AS, one is names. Now we need to see like what uh, what same thing we have here. Okay, we have names here as well, we have names here as well. But what is this same data here as well? No. So we can't refer this as a data source as a common thing that we need to do. Then we need to have as a necessity that I just told you, that something should be common in the main data file and the data source. Okay, so here we have the game IDs. As you can see, we have the sorry, we have the um, game IDs in the same format as we have in the main source, main data table, and the in the data source. Now let me apply the okay. Now what I need the names. I need to extract these names referencing these IDs, okay, in this column, in E column, because see, this is our data source. Okay, we can't copy paste one by one that okay, we have 10, so put alt, copy alt and put it here. We can't do that, right? We have just 20 rows data here, so we can do it right now. What if we have thousands of rows and columns to fill up? uh, we can't waste so much time, right, to fill all these things manually. So in that case, VLOOKUP would act as a savior for you to extract the formula in a single go. So let me add a column here, uh, game ID names. I'm just putting a random thing here, so nothing hard and fast here. Let me select this, format this. Okay, yeah, so I need to extract these names that I'm highlighting here with reference to this. in the main data. Okay, that is why I said that something has to be common in both the uh, data sources. Okay, so now I will write the VLOOKUP and I will show and I will explain you step by step what this formula, these formula steps indicate and mean. Okay, so let me start. Okay, so first of all, it is saying lookup value. Lookup value means in the main data what uh, what is that column or cell reference that is common in this thing in here in the main data as well and in the uh, data source as well, correct, with which reference the data needs to be extracted here. Getting point? For example, let's say we have uh, game id 1 here as well and in here as well. Okay, this is the thing. So what is that lookup value on which you need to apply this formula to get your desired result. Okay, so let me explain the whole concept, then you will be able to relate better. So now here the lookup value would be a2. Okay, now I will put comma because we have already put the lookup value. Now it is saying table array. Okay, so it means like lookup value, uh, with reference to lookup value, what data we need to refer to pull our desired result, correct? Now table array means data source that we need to refer to get our desired results. Now here we will come to our data source. I will select both the columns. So here now here I need to add one thing. So for example, here we will select these two rows because we need these two only for now. For example, let's say in here in the data source we have like multiple like the huge data we have, correct, and then we have the uh, this uh, lookup value data that we have here in A column, we have in like F column, and then the table array starts from from F, and then the name or like the number or the date of birth or anything uh, we need to get as a end value or the desired result. For example, here in this case the names here. For example, take this example only. For example, this is in A and this would be in like G G column. This would this was present in A and then this was present in G column. In that case, we need to refer this whole uh, data source. Getting point? For example, we have 20 columns here. Okay, and this A column here, this uh, game ID is in F column, and then these this uh, and this uh, data is present in K column. Okay, so in that case we need to refer data from F until K. Okay, so irrespective of the data, uh, might be the data has like first lookup value thing is given in, for example, O column, and then the name, and then the thing, for example, name, date of birth, whatever thing that we need as a end result to be populated after we like complete with a we look up formula that is presented in U column here. So in that case we need to refer our table array from F column until a U column. Okay, and make sure that this data source that you need as an end result in the table array, it is always in the right side. Make sure that thing. For example, let's say this data is in A column and this data is in B column. It is in right side referencing this main lookup value that we are referencing as a common indicator between the data source and the main data. So this referencing our end result data must be towards the right of this lookup value column, whatever it is. Make sure that thing. If it is in left column, in that case, VLOOKUP function will not work. It will throw an error. This is a default functionality of VLOOKUP, that in the main source data, in the data source that you are referring from where you are extracting the result, that should be in the right side of the lookup value, which is common between the which is common in the main data and the data source. I am not sure if I'm making sense to you or not, but make sure that this thing here, I'm just telling you with reference to this data so that you can relate to what I'm saying here. Okay, so this thing should be towards the right of this thing. Am I clear now? Refer, I am just quoting an example what I am doing here with what I am doing here. Okay, so in any case scenario, for example, in this case, we need this uh, this data as an end result referencing these values. Okay, as we have uh, game IDs, as we have a common data as game IDs in data source as well and in the main data as well. So in our case, name column should be towards the right side of the game IDs column. Now I think I'm clear. Okay, if you are not clear, then you can like might be Google something. I'm not sure if you can find this on Google or not. This right step thing. Uh, okay, but if you want, I can uh, take a doubt session and I will be explaining in Hindi so that many the audience who will be having some issue and challenges in understanding part. I'm not sure my English is very good, but I am putting my efforts in the best possible way I can explain. But if you want to explain me Hindi, I can do that in one-on-one session or might be whatever persons who will be having doubts in my first four sessions that I have done so far until today's session that I will be uploading. And if I get like 4 5 or more than that responses, I will be happy to conduct the doubt session for half an hour to 1 hour as per the doubts people would be having. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to our topic. Now we have this data as A2, and now I will put this as a table array because from this only we need our end result. Okay, so I will put comma here, and it is recommended to select whole columns. Sorry, sorry, because okay, just a second. Let me add again the comment. Okay, it is recommended to select the whole column, not to select this data only and then you will be freezing these columns? No, because for example, let's say you need to, you will be adding some data in the future, okay, and then uh, you need to add some data in the future, and then if you drag down the formula, it will not work. Okay, so it's recommended to apply the table array in the whole columns, so that in future if you update here anything in the data source, in the main data, it is automatically populated. Got my point? Okay, so I will select all this, and then it is saying that index number, which means column index number, which means like the thing we need as end result, what is the number of the columns. I just told you that if, for example, in this case, uh, this name thing, this name column should be towards the right of our main common data source, correct? So now how, why I said that, because in this formula it asks you for the column index number, which means that our end result value is in which column, towards the right side of the main data source. Getting point? For example, here we have the main common data source as game ID, and we have like the towards the um, we have um, second row towards the right. Okay, we have the second row towards the right, uh, from which we need to get our result. In case this B column is in M column, this B column data is presented in the M column, then we will be counting the number of columns in that case, and then we will be putting that thing here. Got my point? For example, here we have second column here. Sorry, I have put it twice. Let me okay. So in this case, this name column is twice, is on the uh, second, is the second row, is the second column on the right side of this game ID. So counting goes like, first is the first would be our main source ID, and then second would be this, third would be this, fourth would be this. In case it is K column, B column is presented in K column, then in that case it will like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. In that case I will put here as 11. Okay, but here it is on second number. This is first, this is second, so I will put it as second. Now it is saying you want the approximate match or you want the exact match. Approximate match we rarely use in any case scenario. We rarely use in like 99% case scenarios, or let's say 99.5% case scenarios, we use this thing false function. So as a shortcut here, we are we can put true here as well and false here as well, but for example, this is true indicates 1, false indicates 0. If we are not putting true and false in the numeric values, we need to put, if we are putting true we need to put 1, if we are putting false we need to put 0. Okay, so we need exact match here. We need exact data to be populated in our uh, main data source, in which column we are uh, applying this formula. Okay, so we will add a 0 here and we will close the bracket and press enter. Now we have all the data. We just need to drag down and we are good to go. Okay, so I have already so we are good to go now. Okay, So here the formula is already added. I've already added the formula beforehand only, and I have just added the formula in front of you. So I will delete this thing for now. Okay, so that you won't get confused. Okay, so here is our data that we have extracted. Okay, I think uh, today's session has lots of like um, lots of data pointers, or the pointers so to say, to grasp, but you need to get a hang of it, because in our coming sessions it might happen that whatever thing that I'm telling right now, it would be like 2x or 3x might be in the same duration that I'm taking this session. Okay, so I've explained you this thing, and it is already 31 minutes. Might be 40-minute session has 2x of data to to as an intake for you. So please be prepared in our coming sessions that I will be having. And in the next session, I will be covering slicers, how to put slicers and how they work. Okay, and how they like are good if we are, in case we are presenting the data to our managers or the clients. Okay, so yeah, we are done for today. If you have any suggestions, doubts, you need to clarify anything, feel free to put in the comment sections, either in on the YouTube or in the LinkedIn post that I will be doing. Okay, so yeah, we are good then. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you for your time. Uh, Bye bye. Have a nice day. Mm.